Hey everyone, I'm Albert Boris. I love Mario Party Superstars. It's probably one of the best Mario spin-off games of all time. It fixes so many issues that the previous games directly before it had, especially when you compare it to Super Mario Party, the game that came directly before it. It's in every way an obvious improvement. Or is it? Now, I love Mario Party Superstars as much as the next guy, but have you ever sat down and wondered, why is it better? I mean, okay, it's obvious why, from the board play to the online, but not everything was made better. When I think about it and actually replay Super Mario Party, there were actually a lot of things that it did better than Superstars, surprisingly. But what things? That is what we'll be discussing in this video. And before we start this video, make sure to like, share and subscribe to my channel, because at 1000 subscribers, I'll make a ranking on every single Mario Party game. And make sure to follow me on Twitter, Discord and Reddit for updates. With that being said, let's begin. The most obvious department where Super Mario Party is better than Superstars is in the character roster. Or so we thought. What, you thought I was gonna praise it? This is subjective and I actually prefer Mario Party Superstars roster. It's a little more compact and doesn't waste so many slots on random characters that would be better off as NPCs. Plus it has Birdo, which is an automatic win. However, even if I prefer Mario Party Superstars roster, there's no denying that Super Mario Party has a little more effort put into its roster. For one, all the character models in Mario Party Superstars are the same as in Super Mario Party, so it feels very lazy when we only have half the size in this game. I get we couldn't place Boo or Bowser because of their roles on the boards, but where's Diddy Kong? Or Dry Bones? Now granted, I'm not the biggest fan of Super Mario Party's roster, because of just how much filler there is. Bowser being playable removes any tension on the board play, and Goomba and Monty Mole are just better off as NPCs. But the fact that there's 20 characters is amazing, and it's also utilized very well in one of the game's core gimmicks, the ally system. This was actually introduced way back in Mario Party Star Rush, and it was an amazing new way of playing the game. Basically, you'd find random Mario characters on the board, and if you reached them before anyone else, you could use their special dice and also roll an extra 1 to 2 dice to more easily traverse the map. And to not make it unbalanced, you could even duel for them. It was so fun, especially when you got like 5 different partners and could move 20 spaces per turn. In Super Mario Party, getting an ally was restricted to the ally space, which made it more balanced on normal board plays. Alas, there's no ally system in Mario Party Superstars. Why gotta do this, Superstars? What was wrong with the ally system? It would have been a great way to spice up the gameplay. Yeah, I get it's not a feature present in the N64 games, but neither were items in Mario Party 1. It's not a major issue, but it's a little disappointing they couldn't port over this so fun feature. Largely the same could be said about the character dice. They were a cool feature that also worked very well with the ally system, as you could use the dice of the character you recruited to your advantage, which added a layer of strategy to which ally would you like to recruit. Sure, it was broken in Super Mario Party where you could just pick any powerful character and use their dice from default, but keep the ability to use a character's dice after you've recruited them as an ally, like it was in Star Rush. Could we not have kept this in Mario Party Superstars, like seriously?
No, because it sucks and reminds everyone of the horrible time period when Mario Party sucked. How can you want the system back?
Well, if you had listened to what I just said, you would have known. Now, minigames are a purely subjective matter. Do you like the minigames better in Super or in Superstars? That's completely up to you. In fact, I prefer the minigames in Superstars overall. However, one thing that can't be disputed is that Super Mario Party has a much better variation in minigames. Sure, it's super cool to play older minigames in a newer setting, but Super did so much more to evolve minigames. Super Mario Party on the whole just takes more advantage of the Switch's hardware when it came to creating minigames. HD rumble? Yes. Actually decent motion controls? Yes. Okay, so you can't play it with a Pro controller, which sucks, but that's a bit besides the point now. In addition, it introduced so many new types of minigames. Remember those allies? You can use them in the team minigames now. There's also co-op minigames, where you work as a team to gain as many points as possible. And my personal favorite, the rhythm minigames, where you shake your controller to the beat of the music. Seriously, it's unreal how fun it is. Superstars has a much smaller variety, which is understandable, but even that variety is questionable. The fact that a third of all the minigames are from the N64 games and Mario Party 7 to 10 only gets barely a tenth of all minigames is kind of disappointing, and there are only 5 dual minigames. Wait, Super doesn't have dual minigames at all? But you know what Super does have? Content. Now it is true that Super Mario Party does have a lack of content for a Mario Party game, otherwise compared to every other Mario Switch game released it's nothing unusual. Whereas Superstars in one way has even less content than the already low average. Super Mario Party does suffer from a horrible main mode, but the side of the content is actually pretty cool. Partner Party is one of my favorite game modes out of any Mario Party game as it expands on Star Rush's Toad Scramble formula and amps it up. River Survival and Sound Stage do get a bit boring as you play them more and more, but they're a nice way to waste time if you have nothing better to do. On Challenge Road, the single player campaign is actually pretty difficult and kinda fun. All of this is not a lot when you compare it to other Mario Party games like 3 or 9, but it's not nothing. What's that you say? Quality over quantity? Well, you're right, kind of. Superstars does have less content, but it's also much better through and through. From the fully fledged online mode, to daily challenges, to minigame survival, and there's even a full-fledged leaderboard system where you can compete against others to have the best high score in minigames. All of this, if you've bought the online pass, that is. See, the problem isn't so much that Super Mario Party has more content, because the content in Mario Party Superstars is better. It's the fact that it's all locked behind a paywall. You won't pay $60, you'll pay $80 if you want to have a good time. Super Mario Party may have been lacking in the online department, but it made up for it in the single player campaign. Even after you had played all the boards, there was still an incentive to go back thanks to all the offline content. And honestly, no matter how fun online is, you should always focus first on making content offline. Because not everyone has access to online, especially when it's behind a paywall. Nearly all of the best stuff in Superstars is locked behind an online paywall. If you haven't bought it, there's only the board play, and free play, and different coats of paint of win X number of minigames. It's not a lot for a Mario Party game. As a result, there's not a lot of replay value unless you have online, especially since there are also only 5 boards. And it also doesn't help that there are no unlockables. Okay, so that's not entirely true. For your coins, you can buy info pages and music and stickers. Oh wow, I finally have enough money to buy this sticker! Oh, I've been waiting for this for so long. I can finally show everyone what my favorite social media is. All things considered, this is a low blow. Like, I get it they wanted to make the game accessible to everyone, and not to mention the fact that it's directed to people who grew up with the N64 and probably already know how to play, but really? All characters are unlocked from the start, all minigames are unlocked from the start, and even all boards. Could he not have made Horrorland unlockable? This, alongside the lacking content in offline mode, decreases whatever replay value this game would have had. You just play the game, get a nostalgia boost, and then don't touch the game again in 5 months, because there's no reason to. You've already experienced everything. Of course, unless you have online, but that's a problem when you don't have it. It really shows that this game was made for casual online play, and it wasn't meant to be experienced like an adventure like many of the other games. Mario Party 9 anyone? With no story mode or unlockables, it falls kinda flat. When Super, a game known for its wasted potential, has these things, you know there's something wrong with your game. Now after this video, you might get the impression that I love Super Mario Party and hate Mario Party Superstars.
You do?
I don't. I mean, check literally all of my content if you don't believe me. However, I also don't think Super Mario Party is an irredeemable game, and these were just a few points where I believe Super triumphed over Superstars. It's always important to look at things from a different perspective. Sure, maybe one game is better than the other, but why? And by how much? And this says a lot because, to be frank, I don't like Super Mario Party all that much. I can come up with way more reasons why Superstars is a far better game than the other way around.
No, you're wrong. Mario Party Superstars is one of the worst games of all time. It only exists as a cash grab to please fellow people who only care about nostalgia and not quality. Meanwhile, Super Mario Party is its own game with its own identity. Your opinion is invalid, motherfucker.
And so that was my short comparison. What did you think Super Mario Party did better than Mario Party Superstars? And do you maybe even like it better? If you liked this video, then please consider liking, sharing, and subscribing to my channel, as I do more content on the Mario franchise. With that being said, I'm signing off.